How's it going, Mullenites? I hope you're all doing really well. So obviously today's been a pretty good day. We've got about half an hour left in the trading session and currently up 17% and riding a bit of a rally up. So that's welcome news for people who are following the stock, obviously, because we're trying to get up 20 days of price above $1 to regain NASDAQ compliance. Now, there is a little bit of a news catalyst, I think, spurring on the stock to a degree. I don't know how much it really is, to be honest, but Mullen put out PR today that they have delivered now 100 vehicles, and obviously that's very good news. It means that their production is online or on time with their revised targets that they had. But at the same time, you've got to remember that these were already guidance targets that have put out. Like, it's good to see Mullen hitting them, but it's not really anything that should be pushing the stock too much, but it is at least giving some buoyancy, and which is, obviously welcome. So at present, we're up by about 18% on the day. Now, while the news is good and it shows that Mullen is on target to meet its 150 vehicles delivered this year, what we really need is we need something that's going to actually represent, sort of financial developments for the business. Haven't had any recent significant sales for any of the vehicles lately, and that's kind of what we need to see. If some of that can be announced in the coming sessions, that would be good. But it's hard to say what the situation is there, because I know a little while ago there was some issues with Randy Marion securing financing for to be able to buy the vehicles from Mullen Automotive, but with these vehicles being delivered now, it might sort of suggest that hurdle has been overcome by Randy Marion. So it's just, I guess, a matter of them seeing if they can book some more sales for Mullen Automotive vehicles. Anyway, so the positive, it's a positive day, good news, and we are seeing a nice reaction in the stock. There is some chatter that there might be an attempted short squeeze in the stock. Again, it's the day. Look, there is a bit of a lag in the data. I use Fintel to see what's going on with shorts and stuff, and that there is still a little bit of a delay there with some of the data. So I don't look at it too closely, but they're still saying less than 1 day to cover, which means that there's if shorts need to cover, they can do it in under a day. It's not too challenging. So it's not. I don't think there's an overwhelming pressure on shorts to cover at the moment. I don't think the shorting activity is as strong since doing the reverse stock split, because there is a drying up of liquidity. I think what we're actually rather seeing is we're seeing, those sharper movements that I've sort of talked about we would get now that we have a much lower share float, and therefore, it's subjected to different, far greater dramatic fluctuations in price. I think that's what we're kind of seeing with Mullen Automotive at the moment. I could be wrong. There could be some push for a short squeeze, but generally, while there's been a bit of positivity around the stock, you've got to remember a little bit over a week ago, this current price that was trading at now is like the equivalent of about 11 cents, 12 cents per share. It's not, it's not amazing stuff, but you got to take the victories where you can, and it looks like we're going to at least finish our third day above $1. Now, to be honest, if we're going to see any sort of major recovery in the stock, I think there is a big mental hurdle that has to be overcome. And that's the 20 days to regain NASDAQ compliance, and probably some sort of official, statement that maybe not so much from Mullen, but maybe from the NASDAQ that they are re-compliant. Last time Mullen said we traded above 10 days, it turned out that NASDAQ wanted them to trade for longer, and we slipped into the situation we're in now. So I think we're going to be okay in that sense. We're going to get through the 20 days, but as more comes out about things like the promissory note that was raised at the end of last week, the $32 million with the really high interest rate, and there's going to be a bit more of a reckoning for the stock. I think we're not in like a great position. Like we're good in the sense of we're delivering vehicles, but we've just raised all this money. We don't know what it's for. Is it for something that's going to actually be financially beneficial? Is it one of those more speculative ventures that Mullen has been so known to have invested in? Or is it simply just to help fund their operations at a high cost? Because if that's the last one, that's not what we want to have. If it's, something else, and it does have, it's going to return more than $50 million in value, that $32 million, and it's a good move by the company. But, there's a bit to to get our heads around before we can start saying like we're out of the woodworks yet with Mullen Automotive. Anyway, just some thoughts before the market closes. Hope you're all having a great day. I hope you guys had a great Christmas break. It was really good to have a bit of relaxation, and I took a bit of a break from YouTubing. We have, where I live, we actually have 2 public holidays. We have the Christmas Day and we have Boxing Day the day after, but I know in America, obviously, it's the equivalent of Boxing Day now in the market, so open. So there we go. Anyway, share your thoughts on Mullen in the comments below. I hope you guys had a great Christmas, or at least festive season if you don't celebrate Christmas. I know not everyone does. But yeah, till next time, may the markets trade in your favor. Cheers.